Hello everybody, welcome back here to High Button Sports as we get set for game number 2 of the U13 AAA Female Provincials out of Antigonish Arena here. The first Provincials of the season for us here at High Button. And we are set to go with game number 2. We just saw a victory for the Whitecaps over Cape Breton. And from there, we will head into more of an HRM matchup, a city matchup, as we've got Metro West Forest Blue taking on Metro East Inferno. And with that said, let's get into it. As that puck played down here, Bramwell able to send that back, and it heads down the left side into the end boards. Played up the boards by Rathwell, and now in behind it'll be a foot race for it down the right side. Into the zone, picked up, pass, or shot not gonna register there as Carson picks it up for Blue. We'll just go Blue and Inferno here for now, as we do have an Metro Force Red also in these Provincials. Down the right side, and a good back check hustle there by Hillier. And that'll force the puck to head right back out and down the right side. So our first plays of the game. Grabbed here and hustled into the zone. Noel Peck. Peck shot on, and that'll be our first save of the game as that's steered away by Nora King. Left side corner. Metro gets that out and off the end of the stick. And that'll be a foot race for it back the other way. Back in behind, Force plays that along the end boards. Now fed to the middle, looking for the outlet to Morash. Morash gets skating ahead of the play, and the defense here for East will come back around and at least force that puck into the wall, but they'll still maintain possession. Now exits the zone out for DeCoste. DeCoste stepping up. Morash falls there, so it's a free puck for a moment. Avoiding the too many just by a hair there. Ramwell plays to the middle. It's intercepted by the Inferno. Inferno down here in front of us. Jensen shoots. Just going to fall into the end boards. Some back and forth. There is puck trickles out to the right side. DeCoste. DeCoste plays that into the boards and back to Sire. Sire going to pick it up for East, play that over the left side, and it's going to come back to Sire as Rathwell on top of that. We still haven't had a whistle here, 2.5 minutes in, so the legs might be getting a little tired out there. Inferno starts to circle around. Inferno down the right side, in over the line, 3-on-2, looking for their first chance of the game. It'll go into the end boards, picked up, trying to center that puck there, Mahoney. Back to Tink. Tink shoots, blocked there in front, and exits the zone. Livingstone shot back in. Grabbed by Blue. Force Blue. Turn that over to Tink. She'll shoot it. It'll fall into the end boards. Back to DeCoste. DeCoste just rolls up the right side wall with it. Cut off there by Hartnell, and DeCoste will give it another go, and that time around it'll exit the zone. Down here in front, that gets back, and it's handed off to James. James cut off along the boards. There's some good neutral zone battling taking place there, and sent into the end wall. Livingstone on it. Livingstone up around the right half wall, and it's back to James. James. Hartwell, and she'll overskate it, so they'll have to chase him out of the zone. Hartwell picked up, delayed offside, but they'll head on back. Livingstone with it. Everyone's getting a shift here before the first whistle, 4 minutes in. Inferno starts to wheel out of the zone, in over the red line, on the blue line, sent on down, and all 5 players in front of the net there, and they're going to let it go. So now a chance here for the East off of that. Shot, rebound on the left side, save made. That one flips out. The Force players kind of got crumpled up there in front of the net. Not sure if they were going to cover or not. Ref said, let's keep it moving. And it led to a chance for the East, but didn't find the back of the net, so we'll continue on. That one picked up now, and a delayed icing, but I don't know if it'll have the legs to make it, and it just does. So almost 5 minutes gone here in the first already. We'll head down the right side. Some pretty even back and forth so far. Little Friday early afternoon action here at Antigonish Arena. Game number 2 will be streaming all weekend long here on High Button Sports. That's dropped in and picked up, fed up the right side, hustled after. Back in behind, Inferno have that cut off. Down the left side, Force trying to push that in, and that will be sent in behind. Another shot goes wide and through the blue paint. Comes back around DeCoste. DeCoste looking to center that pass. Not enough on it, so it'll be pushed back the other way. Looking to jump on that. In over the line. Hartnell. Hartnell into the zone. Hartnell shoots and it goes wide to the left. Peck jumps in on it. Peck been in behind. And that's played around. Picked up now by Meaner. Meaner. Looks to get it out. It's loose here in front. Marash swipes at it. That one would be an icing, but instead it was right on the goaltender, so we'll continue on. White in near the end boards. That one picked off the wall. Fed in front. Force with a shot on as it just rolls up and is covered there with 12 left to go here in the first. And a little whack at that puck. Face off. That's one back and behind. Force with a little push here the last minute or so, but Inferno gonna move that out here in front of us. Down the right side. Hartnell has it. Sorry, Rathwell has that centered. I'm gonna exit back to Livingstone. Here in front. Sent on, and they'll just take the cover there as we rapidly approach the halfway mark in this period and back down the other end. So the back and forth continues here early. Face off coming. Puck dropped in and into the end boards. Hartnell battled for that, but it didn't quite make it out. Shot on and a big goal there as Inferno picks that up off the turnover in front and will find the back of the net. And great finish here in front by Hillier. And she'll get her squad on the board here first with 8:19 left to go here. So a good pass, an even better finish, and it'll be 1-0 first goal of the game scored there. Down the left side. O'Donnell with a little cutoff. Whitehead picks it up. Whitehead to the middle as a shot goes on and it hits the end boards there. Down on the right side. Trying to muscle that through. Inferno in behind. Cut off along the boards there. Inferno gonna grab and move it up the left side. Back in behind as Peck will pick it up. Peck fought hard down there in the zone. Trying to come out with it. It's Force in front of their own net. Risky move there. Whitehead still looking to move it up and turn over there into the middle, but recovered. Shot back in. Back into the end board. It's Peck. Peck along the wall. That'll bounce out to the middle and just kept in. Nicely done there by Sire. White couldn't keep it though, as Whitehead tries to move that up ahead. Inferno pick it up in the neutral zone. Inferno trying to muscle through it on the left side. James on top of that. James with a little bounce pass, and it'll come back down. Force have a second with it. Pull back play to the middle, and they'll start to go heads up. Lead play on there. Scooped in and trying to move it in the right direction. Cut off. That was Mahoney who was trying for that push. Shot on, blocker to side. As King confidently pushed that away. Left side now. Down here in front of us. Little pressure. Along the end boards. Bramwell tries to get that through. Force feeds it back to the line. Nice play, but it's overskated, and now they'll gotta head back. Inferno with a step left side. Shot and a big save there as it steered away, and the best of the game there in net as McClellan makes the stop. Sent back onto the end wall. Picked up. That'll wrap around the boards. Black now looking to go to work on that, as Inferno's done a good job of keeping this out of their zone for extended times. It's down the right. Force has it knocked back into the end boards. Hillier gets pressured in low. Hillier, nice play back to Tink. Tink steps into the middle. She'll let a shot go, and it'll be too high. Rebound, looking for it in front, and jumped on by Emerson McClellan, and that'll be a whistle there. As we head back to the ice and down the right side here. 5:09 remaining. Chances at both ends, but as I was saying, the Inferno doing a good job of keeping it in and on the exterior of the boards. Ideally, you want it a little more center, but if you can kill time and start to play that offense along the boards, you'll take what you can get. Over to Nora Hartnell. I'm looking at it here, and it looks like there's two Hartnells there, so try to be specific about which one's making the play. Picked up. It gets just in behind and out of the reach of Bramwell. Back to Hartwell, and it's sent on down. And we'll get the whistle. .438 now to go. Is another minute off the clock in that latest attempt. One nothing still our score. Played on back over to Sire. Sire battling for that. It'll come in for Black. Black backhands it over to White. White cut off, and she'll have to chase on back. Nice job recovering from that potential turnover. White goes up the left side, and it's off the stick there at Bellefontaine. Back and forth now, Peck. Peck in behind, and it'll get over to the wall. White's gonna play that back in. Down and behind. Marash hustling. Comes back to Rimmer. Marash tried for a clear, but it just got as far as Tink, who was able to pick up on that one. Tink gonna go for a long skate, gains the red line, heads it up to DeCoste. DeCoste gonna pick it up and just fire it back. Don't think this one's gonna have enough for icing, so it'll be swooped down on there. Livingstone, one to make that play. Down here in front, Livingstone trying to go end to end with that. She'll get it as far as the offensive zone, and it'll be played in behind for DeCoste. 3:18 left to go here, DeCoste. She'll start to move it up, chop down the stick, a little collision there. DeCoste in over the blue line. Shot hits the end board, just ricochets into the back of the net. In along the boards, it'll be kept in by Sullivan. Sullivan backhands it in deep. Livingstone along the end boards. Penalty coming, and our first of the game is a push there behind the play. 2:51 to go. That'll be a penalty against Inferno, so a scoring or a chance here on the power play, first of the game for Force Blue. And this one, if they don't score, will take us to 51 seconds left. Tink, the one who's gonna sit out there, playing pretty good defensively so far, but a little too aggressive on that play. Past Carson. Hartnell. Picked up Nora Hartnell. She'll play it up the right side. Goes under a stick and now back in. Whitehead. Whitehead. Shot too high and a great chance there as in tight with a chance to snipe one. Almost had it. That'll be sent back down the other direction. Over to Carson. Carson up to Whitehead. Whitehead takes the long way around down the right side. Pulls back over to Hartnell. Hartnell shot. Steered aside. That one was Mary Hartnell who fired that one on net. Now it'll be into the middle. Branwell. Back to Hartnell. Shot from the point. Looking for it and a good save as it's under the pad. And we'll get a whistle. .154 now remains as we near the end of the first. A minute gone off the Tink power penalty. Picked up Inferno. Shoots that down and it'll slow up. Time off the clock of the power play off that one. DeCoste around for Marash. Marash in over the line and blue line, red line down the right side. To the corner, Marash gets it back to Black. Black drop back pass there. Shot from distance, that's gonna slow down, hitting off a body part. Looks like the chest there of the Inferno defender as she's labored a little bit, maybe even caught her up near the throat as she holds that. I believe that was Cassidy White who was on the receiving end of that block. Livingstone up the wall, not going to be able to get it out fully. Play in front, and it's just under the stick of Black. 8 seconds to go on the power play, less than a minute in the first. Down on the end boards, handed off, Force. Chip gets back to the blue line, spinning out to the right side, Peck. Peck feeds it into the corner. Up the boards, back to Peck. Into the middle. James looking for it. Chance for Black. They still have the Inferno hemmed in. 33 seconds. Inferno now pick it up. Down the right side. James got to be careful on that stick to get in on the hook, but able to escape one there. Played down by Nora Hartnell. Into the boards. Peck. Inferno. Shot goes high. Down into the zone. Another one goes high. 10 seconds to go. Trying to feed that out in front. Little pressure. 3 seconds to go now. Walsh down the right side, and that will do it. So 1-0 at the end of one. We'll be back for the second in just a moment. All right, no rest for the wicked here. In between the first and second period, just about 30 seconds until our 15. We'll have our intermission after this one. But for right now, it's 1-0 for the Inferno. Forest trying to come back. Down the left side, that one's going to be steered in near the end boards. Picked up, Inferno. Grabbed, pushing it to the middle. Hillier out the left side and in behind. Carson chases after it. Carson up the right side wall, hits a stick, and now it'll be hustled after. Inferno trying to catch up, but nice job sticking with it. Bramwell showing some real tenacity out there. Not the largest girl, but is moving up those boards, trying to bring that in pretty nicely. So we'll see if she'll continue to do that during this game. Mahoney loses it to Livingstone. She'll fire a shot on, stepped in front of that, blocked. Into the middle, another collision, frees it up for a moment, and gets past Bellefontaine. Into the end boards, icing waved off as Inferno pick up on that, and it gets to Rathwell. Hits the stick of Rathwell and bounces off. Now it'll be in behind for Peck. Peck over to Tink. Down the right side. Force West. On the defense now is Mahoney. Little pressure by James. Puck still free. Down in near the end wall. Grabbed out of there. Fed off to the left and now bouncing puck. Looking for it along the right side. It gets in behind. Hustled after. Marash tried to feed it in front. Cut off. In near the end boards. Now played up ahead. Inferno. Slides under the stick. Sullivan will pick it up. Sullivan. Livingstone tries to take a whack at it, but I think that hit the bench, and we'll get a free whistle out of it. 12:45 left to go here. A couple minutes gone in the second already. Exciting weekend here in Antigonish. The Antigonish Arena, known for hosting a provincial or two in its day. Not too many here this year, though, as our normal contacts here at High Button kind of let us know it's just kind of an off year. Last year they did the U15 Provincials, which was a big one, streamed right from this exact spot. And we'll be back on that just down the road in Pictou County in a week. But luckily, the female U13 AAA are here for our hockey needs at Antigonish Arena. It was a great first game in terms of atmosphere and everything, and now we have a 1-0 game here in our second game in the second period. 12:14 to go. That's picked up by White. White's going to fire that in behind. Up the right side and now picked up, going for a hustle. Down and back up, still going to stick with it. Inferno. Grab that puck though, and it's up the wall. In behind for Hartnell. Hartnell has a second to think with it. Hartnell into the feet, and now picked up. Could be a 2-on-1 back the other way. Force Blue on the right, and dekes it into the corner, so a chance missed there. Got to try to get a shot off there with shots coming out of premium. Backhand to the middle. Meanier loses it, and it's back in behind. Oh, and Force Blue is almost off to the races once again. Down the left side. In behind for Hartwell. Hartnell. We've got a Bramwell, a Randell, a Hartnell, so bear with me if there's just for this first little bit, if there's a confusion. Try to sort that out. We also got a Rathwell there on the other side. Picked up, down here through the middle. Livingstone. She'll take it and fire it in. Lots of key defensive plays by her already in this game. Not even halfway through. Along the boards, Tink gonna fire it in. In along the end wall. Cut off. Inferno looking for a centering pass. It's loose there for a moment. Grabbed by Force Blue. Force Blue up the wall. Toe dragged in there and hustling up the side. Jensen into the corner. She'll fall kind of on her own. Looks like get back to the feet, so that's good to see. Oh, and a hair stuck in the stick back there. And they're able to get it out. Ponytail with the blade. I don't know if I've seen that before, but quick thinking ref doesn't even need to blow the whistle as we continue on. Down the right side. Force Blue tries to step in. Puck's loose there in front, and Inferno will get the whistle. Inferno defense doing a lot of the heavy lifting right now, trying to keep Force Blue to the exterior. There's been about 3 chances where it looked like they could have been in behind the defense, but active sticks or picking it up with the feet have made the difference. Now inside 10 minutes to go here in the second. Down low. That one's grabbed. Bramwell. Back to the line, and it goes into the corner. Force Blue trying to push the issue here. Sire down low. Sire getting pressured consistently. 2-on-2 down there on the boards. Puck still loose, but ref with a great eye on it moves on out. Down here in front, now down the right side, DeCoste. DeCoste in over the line. Picked up, dished back for DeCoste. Pull back play. DeCoste on the end boards over to the left side. Force Blue in behind as Hillier grabs it. Cut off there in behind for Sullivan. Across. Force Blue up the left side. Hits a stick back to Sire. Sire rolls up the stick. Left side, Hillier. Into the end boards, Sullivan. Sullivan spins. Able to get that to Bramwell. Bramwell. Hustled up ahead. Grab now, stick handling in over the blue line. Shot from distance and a nice save there. Bellefontaine with a great chance, but it's steered aside for another good save by McClellan, who's seeing the puck well back there. Still just the 1 goal as we approach halfway point in this game. Lead pass, that one's just out of the reach, and now they'll hustle. In behind. Grabbed, Inferno. Up the right side, Carson trying to put some defense on. Good job swiping at that stick, and it'll head into the end boards. Hartnell looks for it on the left side. It's back in line for Livingstone. Livingstone. Lead pass there to O'Donnell. O'Donnell. Don't know if he had any relation to the other. O'Donnell's located around Dartmouth in the HRM area, but a pretty good hockey name around here. And rocking the A out there. Puck down here in front of us. Livingstone looking for it. Hartnell swipes at it, gets in behind Livingstone. Back in behind for Tink. She'll be first to the puck. Tink. Risky one to play it in front of the net, but it works out as they hustle down the right side. Inferno over the line. Pull back play. Stop now. Force Blue. Up the right side, James. Shot blocked. That's steered into the end boards. Livingstone with it. Livingstone to the left side. That's going to clear back in front. Inferno need to slow it up, and they will. And now they'll try to get it back the other way, but it's cut off on the line. Force Blue shot. Hits Livingstone's stick and into the pads, and that'll be the whistle. Face off on the right. Peck, shot. That steers to the right side. Grabbed by Sire. She'll circle back. Lots of touches throughout the first half of this game as we are past the halfway point now. DeCoste. Down the left. Peck looks for it. Peck behind the back. It gets over to White. Little pressure. Play in front. Stopped up. Hillier steps in. Shot scores. Hillier with a seeing eye shot. Finds the back of the net. And now, nearing the end of the second period, Inferno will extend their lead to 2. Had a good second with it. Was able to fire it home. Great chance and a great finish. Back to center. Just under 6 minutes to go. Down here in front. Hartnell brings it in, so despite some pushing here in the second by Force, it's still 2-goal lead, or a newly minted 2-goal lead as it stays in play. Sullivan played it across, now up the left side wall, cut off. Looking for a tag up. Puck's near center, Force. Pick it up. Head down the right side, looking for a lane. Chance for a shot on, and a good chance with a rebound. Force, spinning. Force, shot off a shin pad. Whitehead with a great individual effort, try to get some momentum, swinging back in Force Blue's direction. Play in front, and that's going to slide in. Puck's on net, that's what they teach you. And just like that, it's back to a 1-goal game. As we had a good angle of it from this side. That puck didn't have a ton of speed, but it found that right lane, and the screens on the goaltender caused that to slide on through, and we're back to a 1-goal game less than a minute after the last goal. Swinging stick there in front. It comes back to Jensen. Hartnell pokes it off a Jensen stick. Back down here in front. Hartnell over to Jensen. Jensen plays it across. Now it's over to Livingstone. Livingstone up ahead. DeCoste tries to poke that in. Nugent plays it back. Up the right side, shaking off some sticks. Exits the zone. Hartnell. That one, Nora Hartnell played it across. Up to the left side, delayed offside, and that will bring a whistle here. 4:19 to go in the second. Well-coached game here so far. Nothing out of control. So in the regular season, these two teams really close to each other, next to each other actually, in the second and third position. The Inferno had the slight edge with a couple more wins and regulation wins that put them up ahead, but still 2 and 3 in the standings right here. Inferno in front. That puck slowed up, try to jam it on, and loose still. Now extra effort, but it falls to the right side corner. Poked at. Down low, under 4 to go. Carson back in. Nora Hartnell with another play as the defense of both teams have been the focus of this game. Back and under the skate. That'll be no icing though, as they had a chance at her. 3:33 to go as we near the end of the second period. Remember, intermission will come after this period with a 10-minute break, and then back for the third. Down the right side. Hillier. Loose here in front. We'll head down into the zone. Peck. Trying to swing that back around. 2:50 to go. Shot in. It's on the top of the blue paint. That's going to come on out and push to the corner again. Hartnell. Back to Mary Hartnell. She'll shoot. Rebound there in front. Loose. trying to jam it back in on the corner, and they score! And they slide it back in. I don't know how that managed to get by the pad, but it did, and just like that, we're all square with 2:29 to go. So things are rolling for the East. Whitehead, I believe, finished that off. Great job by Whitehead despite falling down, sticking with that puck on the corner. Found the open area again, and both goals here for Forest Blue have been forced in. It's the only time I'll use that pun this weekend, but both of them have been of that nature. And now we've got a 2-2 game. 2:26 to Cost. No icing there, despite not being at the red line. Enough bodies back. In along the end boards. Inferno East 2:17, so maybe a bit shell-shocked there after 2 solid periods of hockey, almost 50 minutes without letting in a goal, and now within the last 3 minutes, we're all tied up. Up ahead, Bellefontaine looking for a step. Down here, oh, and that one sent in right in front of us, and a little no-sell by the coach here, the assistant coach. That one was dangerously close to the head. Gets better to act like it was feet away from her head, despite being probably 6 inches. So we'll continue on. No harm, no foul there. 1:57 left to go here in the second. 2-2 game. First game of provincials for both these teams and these young ladies. Puck down the right side and instantly sent for the icing. So we'll head back in the other way. Inferno looking to restore a lead here before the end of the second period. I always talk about that play right before the last 5 minutes before the end of the second, because it's when they head to the dressing room, the coach is able to give a little advice. It's interesting. If you're down 2-0, that conversation is going to look a lot different than 2-2. So that's kind of my thoughts on that one. And now, so it's a good time to strike. You don't really want to leave it to the third period. The other thing I've noticed after years of commentating hockey is that the last 20 always feels like a bit of more, or the last 15, it seems like a bit more of a countdown. And teams can kind of defensively play that a little better. If you look at the clock and you realize if they get to the end of this, however many minutes, we're all good. So that leads to more defensive play in the third when you're up, and less of a chance to tie it up. So big for Forest Blue to get these 2 in late at the end of the second. Definitely changed the complexity of the third. 1:20 to go. Back to Peck, looking for their first lead of the game. Livingstone down on back up, and now a trip as the stick. It was kind of a late arm there by the ref, but tripping call is falling down, and with 1:09 to go, the fortunes will swing back the other direction, and a chance for Inferno to restore a lead, like I was saying. Face off here to the left. Livingstone down the right side onto the top of the hash marks, played in front. Oh, and a great chance there. Hillier just slides off the stick.
Less than a minute remaining in the second period.
Back in behind, that's going to jump the stick again, and now he'll exit the zone, and Inferno will be forced to take a swing. Good defense here by Forest Blue, though, as they hit 3 girls back. Not giving anything away for free in terms of chances here. Down the right side, steps in, shot, save made. That one's going to roll out in front there, trying to jump on it. Still loose. 27 seconds, Inferno got to work quick. Shot, save made. Hartnell on the side, loses it, and shot on down. 18 seconds, that might be enough to bring us to the end of the second as we cross the hour mark in this stream. So the ladies are definitely moving out there. Pretty rapid game here so far. Up to the middle, Hillier. One last rush here with 3 seconds to go. Tried to hand that off, and it'll be covered up with .7. We'll see if they decide to run that out, if we'll do the face-off for stat purposes. All right, so chucking out a few players for the .7, and that will do it. So before you even hit the circle, we're all done. So 2-2. After 51 seconds of power play time for the Inferno. After we get the ice cleared, we'll see you in about 10 minutes. right, everybody, back here for the third and final period of action for game number 2 of the U13 AAA Female Provincials here at Annie Ganesh Arena. 15 minutes on the clock. In a 2-2 game, it was the Inferno who were leading for majority of this game, and 2 late ones by Force Blue evened it up. Still 33 seconds on a power play for Inferno. Trying to come back and get a lead early. Tink, shot, rolls him behind, and whoa, that one went all the way through, but somehow stayed over the net. Jumps and is down the right side into the end boards. Inferno picking up on that. Start to move it up out ahead. Tink in over the line. It's cut off. Bounce pass. That back in behind. Livingstone chases. Livingstone up through the middle. Cut off. Morash going to poke it through. It hits the blue line, and then the Force Blue fire that in. Tink in behind, or in around for Livingstone. Back to Peck. Peck plays it over, shot right into the bench, and we'll have our first whistle there as the puck finds a chest protector, and we'll whistle it down. That's picked up along the boards. Gets back in behind for Force Blue. Picked up, fired back on. James tries to stick with it. More Rash on it as well. That'll result in a hand pass. Couple seconds down. Face off here to the right. Stick lift, Black. Gets in behind for Walsh. Walsh fires it low, bounces over to DeCoste. DeCoste back down to Walsh. Walsh spins, heads up the wall to Sullivan. Sullivan cuts it off with the foot, but then it gets poked in behind, and now potential 2-on-1 forming. Inferno down the right side. Big shot. That one's going to sauce high and wide. Wasn't a bad rip of a shot if the accuracy was on mark, as it did have some good power behind it. Enough to find the back of the net with a little bit more accuracy. James shot, that one steered aside, going 1-on-5. Good individual effort there. Inferno down here in front. It's played over to Hartnell. Hartnell to the corner. That was Nora Hartnell there. Down low. Force Blue tries to play that out. It's sent on for the icing. 12-14 to go here in the third. Just about 2.5 minutes gone. 2:45. I want to be exact. 2-2 the score. And it's picked up. Inferno try to get that out. It's swept on into the zone here. Sire slows up on the end wall, tries to play that. It's cut off by Whitehead. Whitehead in along the boards. It'll be fed back. Force Blue. Nice job by Whitehead, and a shot on. And that's why you don't give up on plays, folks, is just like that. It looked like Inferno were going to head back the other way with numbers, but Whitehead decides to stick with that puck, and even though it doesn't result in a goal, you buy some more time in the offensive zone, and now you can get some fresh legs out, and that could lead to a chance. So you never want to give up on those pucks there, as we see Force Red move in over there in their red gear. Pretty amped up. You could hear them out in the lobby during the intermission, getting excited for their game. Theo will be on the call for that one up next, as we got 3 more games today after this one, including an opening ceremony. Pack in behind. Peck stick handling. In behind the net, try to jam that out. Peck gonna pick it up again. Just played in behind. Force hemmed in their own zone a little bit here for the first time in a little while. 2-on-2 as they battle in the right side corner. Force pick it up. Gets back to Tink. Tink flips it in. Slows up. Back in behind. Peck. She'll be forced to retreat and try again. That one intercepted by Tink. Tink steps in, shot, rebound there in front, and just swept. Decided to take the player instead of the puck, and it works out beautifully there for Whitehead. Whitehead's had a great shift. That grabbed, sent down by Hartnell, Mary Hartnell. In near the end boards, Tink. Tink across. Pullback play by Livingstone. Trying to move to the middle, but that'll be swept into the feet, and a penalty coming here against Force Blue. And the Inferno will head to the power play off a trip here in front with 10 minutes to go in the third and a chance to pick up a lead. Face off coming down to the right. Puck drop incoming here. That went in, it gets back to Menar. She'll play it across, and falling down there is Rathwell. Right back up though. Rathwell on the blue line. Shoots it as it hits the stick. Force. Bounce pass over to Marash. Marash, Mednar. Shot. Doesn't make it through. Black. Black pushes it up the boards, and it's back in behind for Hillier. Marash cuts that off. Hillier spins. Picked up, hits the boards, now sent in, and that one will just roll into the Inferno bench, but it will cause a whistle. 40 seconds gone on the power play. Nothing coming of that so far. Face off right here in front of us. Left side, Bramwell. Not going to stay with it. It's fired in behind. Tink's going to chase after it. Delayed offside on Bramwell, so it'll be a second, but coming in, Bramwell again. So Tink and Bramwell battling for it. It'll bounce back in behind for DeCoste. DeCoste plays that around. Now down to the right side corner. DeCoste feeds it in behind. Force, pick up, and they're able to shoot it down. Slowed up off the stick there. Grabbed and fed out in front. Inferno start to move. Inferno in over the line. A little push there. Grabbed and trying to go up the boards with it. Back to Tink. Lead pass. And offside. 8:26 and 24 seconds to go in the power play. And this power play has not done much the past minute and a half. Puck dropped in. Carson. Carson will feed it across. Grabbed and fired out. That'll bring us near to the end. White along the end boards. White up the left side. Play to the middle. On to the stick and now moved into the zone. Inferno gets it back to Sire. Sire, shot, blocked there. Vandermeer with a crucial stick there in the lane. Force, lead that up ahead. Stick handled a little bit. And now trying to rip on by Vandermeer. Left side. She'll be forced into the corner. Still battling for that down low. Now it frees up along the half wall. Inferno, get that up to center. Carson looking to catch up to DeCoste. Force, up the right, picked up, in over the line. That one just steered into the corner again. Whoa, and player down there, and man, that looked like it hurt. 7:16 to go. Here at High Button, we don't show injuries into the boards there. So a 7:16 remaining. We'll take a second and be back in a moment. Okay, so back up and moving with some help of a teammate and a coach. Just a little rattled out there. That was a tough fall into the boards. Looks to be Anna Jensen who had that wipeout. So with a 2-minute power play coming for the Inferno, Whitehead heads over to the bench, and I guess they're gonna, what are they doing here? 5 minutes on the board now. So I don't know if they're gonna say it was like a hit or what, but they have 5 minutes up. So discussion long over there at the bench. And she will head out. So Whitehead leaving. That's a big loss there for SPLU. Well, that's the case in a 5-minute penalty here now. 7:16 to go here in the third. And now a golden opportunity for Inferno. Livingstone down the right side. Picked up, trying to spin that. Covered up with an early whistle there. 8 seconds killed off this 5-minute major. So with only 7 minutes left in the game, this will be crucial. Picked up now. Tink. Back to the line. Captain Livingstone picks it up. Livingstone over to the left. Inferno. Shot. That one's going to go wide. Livingstone slows it up here again. Shot goes into the half wall. As Jensen looks to be returning, either returning or heading off here in front of us. Face or puck goes down to the left side here. Inferno. Stop up play. Over to the left. Gonna grab that. Cut off there by Peck. Peck now trying to turn on the wheels. A minute gone off the PK. Down the left side. Shot goes wide. Rebound out to the right. Not gonna come of it, but time off the clock. 6 minutes now remaining in the game. Puck cut off. Nice job by Carson as Tink was off to the races if it got through. Hillier starts to spin. Grabbed. Livingstone into the feet. We'll try to catch up to that. It'll come back around. Carson now with it. Carson grabs. Shot down. Icing waved off. Inferno in behind. Over to DeCoste. DeCoste. Played it back in behind. Livingstone passes it over. Grabbed in a lead pass. That one instantly turned over back to Hartnell. Livingstone up the left side is Inferno still looking for a good setup. 2:51 left to go on the power play, so gravy so far for Force Blue. Into the middle, back to Carson. Carson shoots it, hits off a stick. Inferno cut off along the wall. And now it's a foot race for it. Back in behind for Livingstone. 4:43 is time cutting off this clock at rapid speeds here. As if time didn't go at one speed, but no whistles really. 2:17. Back to the middle and it's poked. Looking for a chance in behind and now they'll get it. Randell hustling. Shot from the exterior and a big rebound. That one almost found a way in somehow. Gets back, go to the zone. Peck will shoot it in. They'll have to wait for a tag up. Here on the right, here comes the Inferno. Down into the zone. Stopped up. Into the feet, trying to stick with it. That's going to exit back to Sire. Sire in over the blue line, back to Peck. Peck brings it up and shoots it out. Down the right side. Push to the middle, back to Peck. 3:43, the coach on the other teams, one of these coaches said start skating. Can't imagine it's for the PKN team here, is doing a great job. 1:18 to go in the 5-minute penalty. Inferno gonna pick it up, fire at the length of the ice. Shot down and a free whistle there for Force Blue. 2-2 with 3:24 to go. It's almost like if you're the coach here of Inferno, you'd like to call a timeout to kind of get things back on track, but that'd just be giving the PKers a break, even though they just switched off. Still, idea is the same. Picked up. That one rolls up the side. Oh, and they give them the cover, even though kind of rolled under the glove there. Whistle goes. 3:19 remaining. Picked up. Hartwell pushes it back in behind for Sire. She'll grab. Look up ahead, hits the stick. Inferno now out to the left side and into the line over the blue. Try to swing that back on. Brought down, backhand, slashed at. 40 seconds to go on the penalty being served by Rimmer. Comes out for White. White play off the boards. Led back in behind. 2:38. Just the one last push here, potentially on the power play. 20 seconds. Down the right side, Hillier. Hillier centering pass. It's loose there on the corner. Can't get it squared up, though. Back into the end wall, spinning. Hillier. Pass in front, man down. Shot goes wide. Picked up back to Tink. Into the end boards. Back in behind Tink, and now a penalty. This is a slash, and it'll go on in the Inferno. So after a 5-minute major, no power play, Tink will head off. There's no power play goal, and now it'll be a power play back the other way with just 2:04. So they'll either score or they won't. It'll take us to the very end, but the Inferno now find themselves in a peculiar spot. Grabbed there and played into the end boards. The finish here approaching. It's in the corner, 2-on-2. Bramwell gets it back down to James. No one really set up in front for a potential pass. They head over to the left side. That rolls down to Hartnell into the left side corner. Trying to spin that out in front. Back to Hartnell. Shot. Save made. Rolls out of the glove, and a good clear will get it out. 90 seconds remaining in the game. Peck. Over to the right side. That's played into the end boards. Shot. Tipped wide. Back in the other direction. That'll go to the right side corner. Tied up there along the boards. 1 minute now remaining as that bouncing puck moves to the corner. Left side. Livingstone trying to stay with it. Still pressured. 45 seconds to go in the power play. I guess Inferno okay. Just keeping this away, but it gets down low. Force shot. Can't get it through. A diving stop by the defender. Back to Peck. Peck. Shot. Way too high. Comes down the right side. Play in front. Back to the line. Looking for it again. That one more on, and it's the rebound in front. Still whacking away. Oh, and it just slides by. So close. 19 seconds. Still with the advantage. Back to Peck. A good feed. Shot low, and it's kicked aside. That one looked like it was good. 10 seconds. Having trouble getting it out. Back to Peck. She'll hand it off to the right side. 4 seconds. Shot. Trickles into the end boards, and that will bring us to the end of regulation. And we're waiting for the word, and it looks like everyone huddling up, so it looks like we will go to some form of overtime here. I don't know, Provincials, sometimes they let the ties sneak through, but we are going to a version of OT, so we'll stay right here. 2-minute break.
When a game is tied after 3 periods of play, there will be a 5-minute 4-on-4 overtime play. If the game is still tied after the overtime period, the game will end in a tie.
Okay, so that was explained for us easily. 5 minutes of 4-on-4 to try to determine a winner, and if we don't, the game will end in the 2-2 tie. All right, whistle goes. We'll head back to center with 5 fresh minutes on the clock in our first overtime of Provincials. Not surprised to see it with the best teams in the province squaring off. Appreciate everyone for tuning in here on High Button Sports. Now let's get into it. 4-on-4 for 5 minutes. Quick play up here. Inferno, Livingstone. Gonna try to get that pushed out of the zone, and a will up ahead. Bellefontaine in over the line. Little pressure there in the middle. Peck goes down, right back up. Force blue. Push it back to Tink. Intercepted here. James looking for a lane on the right side, and an active stick breaks it up into that tall glass behind the net here, so we'll continue playing. Inferno over to Mahoney. She'll hustle it out down the left side. Brings it in onside. All 4 players back for Force Blue as it gets in behind for Peck. Peck. A scoreless third led us to this point. Played to the middle. Mahoney swings that around. Force Blue up the right side. Pass to the middle. Shot Inferno. Rebound. I mean, a rebound off a body in front, not necessarily the goalie, but a second effort on that one. 3:47 to go now here. Fresh legs hit the ice. Puck dropped in, picked up, trying to go for a skate. Bramwell chipped back over to Bramwell. She'll run into Minar, and now it's sent back in behind for DeCoste. DeCoste for Force Blue. DeCoste up to Morash. Morash overskates it. Swept on back into the zone. DeCoste back down up the right side. Minar holding the line. It gets in behind, but they have a forward supporting. Brought back in, swinging around, trying to get it to an open area, but out of the reach. Heads back around. Force Blue, left side, little bump there, and now into the zone. Hillier pulls up. Over to Morash. Morash, a little light on that one, trying to stick with it. Hits a foot. Don't think we've had an official shot yet through overtime yet. Over to Carson. Carson over to Bramwell. Bramwell down over the blue line. Bramwell into the right side. Force Red looking on there. As you can see on the end boards, they're going to play next. Puck up ahead. Inferno into the zone. Moving it up ahead. Stopped up there. Force Red versus Blizzard next for anyone who stick around for that game. Pucks amongst the feet. Oh, and intercepted as Hillier was looking for a chance, and now a little body here in the middle of the ice. Livingstone and Peck going at it down the left side. Livingstone gets to it first. Minute 58 left to go here in overtime. Chance in front, back to James. Shot, doesn't make it through. Backhand doesn't make it through either. Heads into the left corner. Up the half wall. Oh, and almost intercepted. Mahoney now looking to go for a skate. Mahoney trying to split the D, and she'll be cut off. No call on the play as it's picked up and heading back the other way. Force Blue. Tipped up. Some good old defense stopping a chance there. Converging on the on-rushing forward. Play it here in front. Livingstone going to bring it all the way in. Fan on a shot, 1:15 to go. Still looking for our first good chance of overtime. Circling into the zone. Bellefontaine to the right side corner. That's going to roll up. Picked up. Bellefontaine shot. Oh, and there's our shot as it hits the glove and goes high. 56 seconds to go in the first. Looking for another chance here. Inferno can't get a hold. Picked up. Inferno on the corner. Swinging around, and it's scooped up. And the biggest, most important save of the game there for Emerson McClellan. 45.3 seconds to go in overtime. So this could very well be the last change. Puck picked up. A little pressure there. Minar plays it up ahead. That's going to be backhanded over. Grabbed here now. DeCoste, 30 seconds. Looking to get something going for Force Blue late in this overtime. Remember, it will end in a tie if we don't get anything in the next 24 seconds. Down the right side. That one rolls off a stick. Down low. 13 remaining. Picked up on the end boards, trying to pressure here in the last 6 seconds, but it looks like this one with one last chance here. James shot and a save made at the buzzer beater, and that will do it for the game. So 2-2 after the overtime period. We are done and we ended a tie, so appreciate you tuning in.